Can I ask the audience members to kindly stand to welcome? Sir, I'm just making sure everybody's alert and awake. All right, good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome, namaskar, and welcome to Apollo Spectra's launch of the next generation robotic system for orthopedic surgeries. A very warm welcome to every member in this audience, including our chief guest, Mr. Arbaz Khan, and very, very chief doctors who are in the room. A lot of seniors from Apollo Spectra, and esteemed members of the press, esteemed members of the medical fraternity. A joy and a pleasure to have you this morning. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here on time and helping us start our event on time. Thank you. My name is Sonika Chopra. Joy and a pleasure and honor to be doing this with all of you. May I please invite our chief guest, Arbaz sir, to kindly lead our lamp lighting ceremony. Along with him, may I please invite Ms. Rupinder Kaur, the Chief Operating Officer, Apollo Spectra Hospitals and Head of Partner Network Hospitals. Also, Dr. Vijay Agarwal, Director of Medical Services, Apollo Health and Lifestyle Group. Mr. Nishant Mishra, Chief Marketing Officer, Apollo Health and Lifestyle Group. Mr. Ashfaq Musa Sheikh, Zonal Business Head, Apollo Spectra Hospitals, Mumbai. Dr. Alok Pandey, the consultant joint replacement and orthopedic surgery, who's here with us today. Dr. Safiuddin Nadwi, also here today. May I please invite all these esteemed guests to join us in the lamp lighting ceremony. May I please request the shoes to come off before the lamp is lit. Arbaz sir, Ms. Rupinder Kaur, Dr. Vijay Agarwal, Nishant Mishra sir, Mr. Ashfaq Sheikh, Dr. Alok Pandey, and Dr. Safiuddin. and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the launch of our event. Welcome once again. Like I said, it's an honor for me to be here and be doing this. I shall now I shall now do a quick introduction of the event that we have in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, and if your business allows, I'd request you to kindly take your seats, other than the camera personnel. Thank you. Quickly about the event at hand. India's first corporate hospital, Apollo Hospitals, with an unparalleled legacy of 41 years. Apollo has been established in 1983 by Padma Vibhushan Dr. Pradeep C. Reddy, renowned as the architect of modern healthcare in India. Apollo Hospitals is acclaimed for pioneering the private healthcare revolution in the country. With 73 plus hospitals, 10,000 plus beds, 11,000 plus doctors, 2,300 plus diagnostic centers, and 6,000 plus pharmacies, we've served millions and millions of patients and moving towards our vision of touching 1 billion lives. At the core of Apollo's patient-centric culture is the good old and very effective TLC, Tender Loving Care. About Apollo Health and Lifestyle. Apollo Health and Lifestyle Limited, AHLL, is a subsidiary of Apollo Hospitals Enterprise Limited, AHEL, is one of the largest players in the retail healthcare segment in India. It functions primarily through its 8 core offerings, Apollo Spectra, Apollo Cradle and Children's Hospital, Apollo Fertility and Primary Healthcare models like Apollo Clinic, Apollo Sugar Clinics, Apollo Dental, Apollo Diagnostics, and Apollo Dialysis Clinics. About Apollo Spectra Hospitals, in India, the healthcare industry is undergoing a revolutionary change, mainly due to the rising income levels, increasing awareness on lifestyle diseases, changing attitudes of patients with the growing demand of planned elective surgeries in India. Apollo Spectra plays a key role as specialized ambulatory surgical centers, ASC, offering several advantages like specialized focus, lower risk of infections, faster turnaround and efficiency, cost efficiency, and patient convenience. The beauty and boutique quality of the format of Spectra is to provide the advantage of expert and quality healthcare with all the benefits of a large hospital, but in a friendlier and more accessible facility. Since our inception in 2015, we have grown to a robust network of 24 hospitals in cities like Bengaluru, Chennai, Chirala, Delhi, Gurugram, Gwalior, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Kanpur, Mumbai, Mohali, Noida, Patna, Pune, and Rewa, among others. Apollo Spectra Hospitals has always been guided by a patient-centric approach. Patient care and safety have always been at the heart of what we do. Our objective is to ensure that our patients get access to comprehensive, affordable, and personalized quality healthcare. As a constellation of hospitals, Apollo Spectra Hospital boasts over 5 lakh successful surgeries with outstanding clinical outcomes, all under the care of 3,000 plus leading doctors across a wide spectrum of specialties. Our state-of-the-art facility harmonizes advanced technology with world-class infrastructure, ensuring faster recovery with near zero infection risk. Our commitment to hassle-free patient experience is reflected in our easy and streamlined admission and discharge processes. About robotic surgery launch, which is why we are all here today. Joint problems are increasing among people across the country due to sedentary lifestyles, lack of physical activity, obesity, age, knee arthritis, and injuries. Osteoarthritis is the most common joint disease in India, with a prevalence of 22 to 39%. With a constant focus to provide superior clinical results for people who need knee replacement due to age-related issues, arthritis, obesity, and injuries, the Apollo Group has always been at the forefront of bringing all these medical innovations in India. Patients seeking knee replacement surgery can now benefit from the expertise of Apollo Spectra's skilled orthopedic surgeons combined with the precision and efficiency offered by the ROSA robotic system. All right, it's my joy to now invite on stage Ms. Rupinder Kaur, the COO of Apollo Spectra Hospitals and Head Secondary Care, to give us a small talk about this launch today. Ma'am, would you want this? Or
Namaste all, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here amongst all of you as we celebrate this very remarkable milestone in the advancement of orthopedic care in Apollo Spectra. First of all, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Mr. Arbaz Khan, our clinical champions, Dr. Alok, Dr. Nadvi, doctors here present from the medical fraternity, and our friends from media. Welcome one and all. So today is not just about the launch of a new technology. It's much more for us. It is about how we want to revolutionize the care that we provide at Apollo Spectra by ushering the future of orthopedic surgery with robotics. Apollo has been doing it consistently over the last couple of years. We have had many firsts. We have been there at the forefront since last 41 years. And in fact, I think when our chairman and founder, Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, laid the very first brick for the hospital in Chennai, that itself was a milestone in itself. It was about doing things in a new way, delivering healthcare in a new way in the country. So over the last couple of years, we all know Apollo has been associated with providing high-end, complex tertiary and quaternary care. Yes, we treat advanced cancers. We do bypass surgeries. We do neurological surgeries. But our joint managing director, Dr. Sangeeta Reddy, who actually has been sort of a torchbearer for Apollo Spectra, also know that a lot of care that is needed on ground is also about simple day-to-day problems. And for simple surgeries and simple procedures, maybe patients don't want to navigate through a very complex tertiary and a quaternary care environment, and from that, the concept of Apollo Spectra was born. So it's been about a decade now, and the idea was that how do we integrate high technology into an environment which is very accessible, easy, friendly, less scary, but still keep the quality and the safety standards intact. So I'm very proud to tell you, and I think it was mentioned a couple of minutes ago, that today we stand 22 plus centers strong. We are there in 17 cities across India. We have done 5 lakh plus surgeries and procedures while maintaining the quality and the safety standards. And in fact, if you look at the data which is available industry-wide, almost 50 to 60% of the surgeries or the small procedures can be done in formats like Spectra, which again are much more friendlier and easy to navigate. The system is much easy to navigate. And one of the key USP that we have seen of Apollo Spectra over the years is that doctors love operating here. In fact, I'm speaking on behalf of Dr. Nadvi and Dr. Alok. I hope you will resonate with that. But our doctors really enjoy working with Apollo Spectra. So we have been watching this robotic space over the last couple of years. It's been evolving, and now when it has kind of reached a critical mass where we think the robot can actually do multiple things and is adding real value is when we jumped in. We are quite bullish about this space. I think the patients are going to demand it more and more as we move forward. The surgeons are loving it because it's provide them the tools to make the surgery much more precise and customized according to the patient. So Dr. Nadvi and Dr. Alok probably will be talking a little bit more about it from a clinical context point of view. But more important thing is that we are in this for the long run. We want to do replacements which will be there for a long period of time, which will not require redos. And one of the main reason, again, you know, our clinical champions probably will talk more about that. But one of the main reasons why the redos are required is because there is a problem with the surgery has not been done exactly right. So as we move forward, we think if a patient knows that this technology is available, then they are definitely going to want to opt for it. So what we are presenting here today to you is what the technology can deliver in an environment which is much more friendlier, easy to navigate, and again, still maintaining the same quality and the safety standards. In this format, we intend that we are going to continue to expand very rapidly in new markets. We are going to continue to invest in infrastructure. We are going to continue to invest in technology. and continue to strive healthcare of best standards to the communities at large in the country. And last but not the least, I want to thank my team here on ground who really did great work, Ashfaq, Dinesh, Abdul, Nishant, Dr. Vijay Agarwal. So thank you for all the support. Thank you everyone for all your blessings who are here today with us. And last but not the least, the doctors who have really carried with us in this journey together. I think we have many more milestones to achieve together at Apollo Spectra. Thank you again once again. Thank you.
Thank you for your talk, ma'am. If you will just stay back for a few seconds, I'd request you to kindly felicitate our chief guest, Mr. Arbaz Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Arbaz Khan needs no introduction, but it's my job to give it anyway. Mr. Arbaz Khan is an established actor in Bollywood for many years now, and also a very, very strong producer. Since his debut in '96, he's acted in many leading and supporting roles, ventured into film production with Dabangg in 2010, in which he starred as the younger brother of his real-life brother Salman Khan. Both of you make a fantastic duo. The film went on to become one of the highest-grossing Bollywood films of all time, and he's won the National Award for Best Popular Film, providing wholesome entertainment for the film. We are all, ladies and gentlemen, very happy to have him get some time out for something very important for us. So will be lovely if, ma'am, you can honor him with a small bouquet. Safiuddin Nadvi, consultant orthopedic. May we please do a small honor for you, sir? Dr. Safiuddin Nadvi. Dr. Safiuddin Nadvi is a distinguished orthopedic surgeon with over 21 years of experience in orthopedic and joint replacement surgeries. He specialized in orthotrauma and reconstruction, focusing on knee and hip arthroplasty as well as ACL, PCL reconstruction. Dr. Alok Pandey now. Dr. Alok Pandey is a consultant, joint replacement and orthopedic surgeon with over 15 years of experience. He has successfully performed more than 1,000 joint replacement surgeries, excelling in complex primary and revision hip and knee replacements. Can we now have Mr. Nishant Mishra, CMO, the Chief Marketing Officer, Apollo Health and Lifestyle Group. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your kind patience. May I now please invite Mr. Arbaz Khan to kindly give us a little talk about what you think about our launch event, sir, this afternoon. Will you please want this or the hand mic?
I'll take this.
You take this? I hope it works for your height.
Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, doctors, and my friends from the media. It's an absolute pleasure to be here today, being a part of this healthcare event. Thank you, Ms. Kaur, Dr. Vijay, Dr. Alok, Dr. Saifuddin, and the entire Apollo team, and the management for giving me the honor to be here today. The field of healthcare is deeply connected to society, and being a health and fitness enthusiast at personal level, I'm really thrilled to be among such a gathering. I'm sure whenever we think of healthcare or hospitals, one name that always pops up in our mind is none other than Apollo. And that's the leadership status and legacy Apollo has achieved today, with the decades of hard work, patient service, and commitment. Today, India is one of the front runners when it comes to quality healthcare, and our doctors are second to none. The whole world looks up to India for quality and cost-effective medical treatment. All this started with the vision of Dr. Pratap Reddy 40 years back. I'm sure Apollo will continue to lead the way, bringing many more innovations and shaping the future of healthcare in India and beyond. When we talk about innovation, I believe technology plays a very important role. AI is transforming healthcare system by enhancing treatment outcomes and improving overall patient experience. Technology has changed the way we live, and even healthcare is not untouched by it. If you are likely to develop a heart problem or maybe osteoarthritis in the next 10 years, you can get to know it today through some tests thanks to Apollo Pro Health. Imagine how easy, safe, and simplified our lives have become thanks to such advancement made by Apollo. Then in case of surgeries, I remember back in the day when an injury to the bone or joint, especially in sports or cricket, would bring a long and painful recovery, you would now have to undergo open surgery. It would take months before you could fully recover and return to the game. But now things have changed so much. The technology is advancing so rapidly. Although robotic surgery has been around for a while, I've heard so much about the benefits: high accuracy, minimal scars, and extreme fast recovery. But what makes this even more special today is the fact that Apollo Spectra is offering this advanced technology in a daycare, boutique-style, multi-specialty hospital setting. I believe this is the first, and it is a fantastic news for the people of Mumbai. It means quicker recoveries and fewer disruptions to people's daily lives, which is what we exactly want. Spectra is a pioneer in daycare and short-stay surgeries, offering cutting-edge technology that helps patients recover faster. They have truly revolutionized the way people approach medical procedures, and it's no surprise that they are the best and fastest growing chain of hospitals in this niche area. As we witness the launch of this robotic knee replacement system today, I am truly excited to be here in the company of so many esteemed doctors to witness the milestone in the field of orthopedic surgery. It's a revolutionary step forward, not just for Apollo Spectra, but the healthcare industry as a whole. Thank you, doctors, who are doing an incredible job of bringing the highest level of comfort and care to the patients. For all that, I applaud you. It's been an honor to be here. Thank you very much. Thank you, and all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I'll take
If you will now be part of that
Yes.
esteemed row of guests, and you will allow us a few questions. Ideally, I want to ask what exercise you do, but I'm bound to ask you medical-related questions today. Sir, so as you have self-admitted that you're a fitness enthusiast, clearly, what would you think is good medical advice for people who are fitness enthusiasts, especially when they're not in their 20s anymore? But you're probably teenagers now, you and your row of brothers, yes.
So
how do you do that?
So the first, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I think the most important thing is to be active in some form of exercise if possible. Sedentary lifestyle is probably the worst thing that you can do to your health. It's
Agreed,
even worse.
yes.
It's even worse than smoking or drinking or any abusive habit that you have. Because when you exercise, I think that's the time when, whether it's, flushing out toxins from the body or building muscle, because we now know that muscle is a longevity kind of organ,
Yes.
it's like it helps you live longer, because as you grow older, you need your muscles to get up, to do activity. So when you exercise, you're also helping your joint health and all of that. So any form of exercise, whether it is swimming, running, basketball, weight training, aerobics, or any kind of those, yoga for that matter, are very, very essential and important for mental and physical, benefits.
Great. And you mentioned something really important, which is
Right.
joint health.
Yeah.
So how do you prevent joint injuries, especially if
So
you're
basically,
regularly
I mean to
exercising?
say, one has to be mindful about what kind of postures that you are in, even while you're exercising.
Correct.
Okay, so those are important. Warm up before any kind of an activity is important, because some people tend to, who are doing weight training, sometimes just hit the gym and they just get into a kind of a workout which is
Right,
probably
right.
they're not yet prepared, because I think the body still needs, like maybe a 5-minute, kind of stretching
Correct,
or something.
correct. Before
Stretching
you
is a
get
very
it,
important
yes.
thing. Stretching is also something that is very essential. So these are the few things, if you do, they will really keep away from, let's just say, a person who exercises and has a fall, and a person who doesn't exercise and,
And
have
has
a
a
fall.
fall,
If
yes.
you have muscles around you, you can protect your bones.
Right.
People who are stronger, if you like, let's just say the kind of acrobatic stuff that, say, a WWF guy does. He gets thrown and flung around and all of that happens. Why doesn't he get hurt?
Springs back up in a
Why
microsecond.
doesn't he
yes.
get hurt as
yes.
much as a normal guy? If he had just probably twisted his foot,
Right.
what would happen to him? Is because you don't have the muscles to protect your bones, right? So I feel that muscles take away a lot of the injury shock.
And yeah.
So the first
And
most
both the
important
doctors are agreeing completely with what
so
you're
the first
saying.
most important thing
Yeah.
that you need to do is to build muscle, because that's your protective gear towards any injury that happens.
Right.
People who have muscles will survive far greater injuries than people who don't have muscle.
Great, fantastic. So all this medical information that you, I'm assuming,
When I was very young, I was around 14, I met with a very serious Jeep accident, and I was flung from an open Jeep, and I landed on my leg, and I broke my femur.
at 15.
Yeah, I was about 14, 15 years old, and I had a horrible injury. Fortunately, I mean to say, it could have been even worse, because I landed on my leg. I could have landed on my head or whatever. And I had a mangled leg right in front of me, which had swollen to some God knows what size. So the accident happened at about 11:30 in the morning, but my first attendance that I got to the doctor was about 4:30 in the evening, because first we had to go to my family doctor, then he suggested what needs to be done. So I was in a taxi till then, and my first medical attention happened at about 4:30, and then the doctors, because I was young at that time, had
Yeah,
decided
you must have recovered better quickly.
whether they decide that I should be put, my leg had to be, the bones had to be screwed or to be put on traction. So I think that time it was Harkishan Das Hospital, and it was Dr. Bansal, if I could recollect. He was the one who attended to me, and he probably took some time to say whether they should do those screws on my leg or to this.
Did you have screws in your leg?
No. So he took the decision for me to have traction. But it so happened is that when I healed, sometimes the bones don't join accurately.
Correctly,
So I had a limp for almost a year and a half, because my leg had probably been a little shorter than, because of the injury, the joining. So I had when the reason why I'm also very happy to be here, because of the orthopedic situations of injuries to the bones, is because I've undergone that scenario.
Yes.
And it had happened at an age where, children play sports. So I used to play squash, and it was a high impact sport at that point in time. And because I broke my femur, I could not play those high impact sports for about a year, 2 years. And then it was never the same. So I could never recover to
The
what
perfect,
a normal fitness.
yeah,
I did everything. I played all the sports. I played squash again. I swam again. I played cricket, whatever. But I always knew that my left leg was
is
never
little
the
weak.
same, because it's the strongest bone in the body, right?
Did you wish for some robotic surgery?
Like I said, had
For
that
orthopedics
situation,
then,
that's what I'm
yes.
saying, maybe had that situation
Yeah.
happened, maybe my recovery would have been faster, maybe my healing would have been as near normal as it should be.
Right.
So technology has come a long way, and I think people of today are actually
Luckier.
luckier
Luckier.
and blessed that that this situation is there. And I applaud all the people who indulge in this kind of technology. That I wish them all the best, and doctors who perform these.
Doctors are sounding as excited as teenagers using this robotic surgery. It's lovely to see.
But I'm sure robotic surgery, but it's all assisted by them.
Of course.
It's all
Yes.
done by them. The robots are doing what they're being instructed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Thank
But
God.
that's a lovely sharing. That's so lovely of you to share something so personal, but it's absolutely appropriate for today's launch event. How do you see the role of technology?
Well, I think technology is something that is growing ever since now.
Yeah.
Like, it's in every field of our life, we are using technology for anything for that matter. So I guess.
AI, robotics, it's all very exciting.
Now how much
yes.
of it is going to be, misused? Because like everything is like they both a knife is used for cutting fruits and also it can do some harm the other way.
Correct,
So
correct.
everything is, whether the internet or any kind of social media for that matter.
Right.
It's used, if it's used in the right way.
Then it's very
very
advantageous.
good.
It's a good thing, yeah.
Similarly, if AI is used for detecting illnesses, maybe weeks, months, years in advance, which is
Such a blessing.
It's
Such a
very good
blessing.
that you're more probable that you're going to get this kind of a disease or this kind of
Yeah.
something happen
that's
to you, and if you
fantastic.
could come to that conclusion, it's very good that you could prevent so many of those illnesses or situations which probably would
And prevent disaster.
Yeah.
Right. Lovely.
last minute, which
Fantastic,
complication.
lovely. So lastly, about Apollo, I have some weird stories from my childhood. I used to wear an Apollo bandage just to look fancy because Apollo was a fancy hospital. Any stories you have? Apollo is today a leading name.
Yeah, so we always heard of this hospital because some of the very prominent people used to be admitted.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like any
right.
kind of dignitary or any kind of statesman.
Yeah,
would,
Apollo was
would
the
probably-
name,
probably
trusted
had a,
name, yes.
Severe heart attack or needed a very, very serious surgery. I mean, it's the only hospital that we used to hear about where they used to go or they used to want to go was
Yeah,
Apollo. So that's
yeah.
something that they've earned since ever, So that's a great
So many
name,
years. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. All right. So I hope you and your family never get to need to use a hospital.
If that is the case, then probably Apollo is the place.
Apollo, right. Thank you for your time. Lovely conversing with you. All right, I believe the consulate from Oman, sir, you're here. Can we please felicitate you? Mr. Badar Wahebi. May I please invite Mr. Ashfaq Sheikh to felicitate Mr. Badar Wahebi, the consulate of Oman. Mr. Sheikh, if you will just do the honors, please. Good morning and thank you for being here this morning, sir. Lovely to have you here as one of our esteemed guests. I believe you have a few words to say to us, sir. If you will say a few words to us, will you? No? No? All right. Your presence is great. Thank you for being here. Have a great participation of the event. All right. Thank you. May I please now invite Dr. Safiuddin Nadwi to come and speak to us. I believe you have a small presentation. Dr. Safiuddin Nadwi is a distinguished orthopedic surgeon with over 21 years of experience in orthopedic and joint replacement surgeries. He specializes in ortho trauma and reconstruction, focusing on knee and hip arthroplasty as well as ACL, PCL. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if you will join me in giving a round of applause to this very accomplished doctor. Over to you, sir.
We can put the chair over here. We can put the chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm so delighted to be present as the part of Apollo team, and I have been working since with Apollo Spectra since last 10 years, and it's a great honor for me to work with this organization, and I'm very happy and thankful to Ms. Rupinder Kaur and Ashfaq Sheikh for providing us all the things which is required as a surgeon and keep us updated for the future and for the benefit of the patient. And the most important thing is that I'm very thankful that Apollo has provided us this opportunity to bring up the robotics in the field of the orthopedics. And my senior is there, sir. You have been asking me since very long time that the OT of the Apollo Spectra is been doing so well, because anytime I have kept my things that, madam, I need this, so they have got the 4K cameras, Striker 8, and now the robots they have got in. So they are trying to help us surgeons to provide a better care for the patient and provide a good surgery and give them a better outcome. So since morning, our RJ is asking what is the use of the robot. So the most important thing, what people are more concerned about, that whether the robot is doing the surgery or the surgeon is just sitting over there. So it's just one, can you press this video? It's a video. It's just one of my presentation is there. So it's just a very nice presentation, which is there. So this picture will inform us what we surgeons do. Just can you click the picture, please? So this is what we surgeons do. So the robot is being cared, and it is being given the instruction by we surgeons that what is to be done and what surgeries is to be performed and what is my plan, and they just reconfirm the plan to us. So this is the most important thing, is that robot is not doing any surgery. They just assist us in providing us and giving a better outcome to the patient. So why now, another question the people put up is there, why robotics and why not conventional? So robotics is the is giving us more accurate and more precision, and also the faster recovery is there with the patient, and the outcome is very, very better than the conventional surgeries. So, and also the placement of the implant, where we place the implant, that is very important thing. When we on table only we come to know whether the placement of the implant is correct, whether there is some varus or valgus deformity is there, whether there is a flexion or extension deformity is there, that all things can be corrected on table. So that is one big advantage is there with the robots. So with the ROSA Zimmer, they have two things which is very important and which is very friendly for the surgeons to use it. One is that it is having a more accurate and it is more efficient. And there is one more important thing is that they are having two modes of the robots which can be used in. So one is that it can be used and it can be used in automatic mode and it can be used in collaborative mode. In automatic mode, we just put a pins over there, and if we are feeling that this is the place where we have to take the cut, so that is it is just fixed on that. But in collaborative mode, we can move around the knee also, and the robot moves according to the knee movement. So it is more precise than than doing a conventional surgery. So this is the thing what the robot does is that we give the inputs, and there are the inputs which come on the screen, and this is being provided by us, and also we give the information, and it in real time it sets up the time exactly where we have to place the implant and what will be my cut plan, and how much of the soft tissue release is there. So that is more accurate in that. So another thing here, what is on this slide we present is that mostly this is the pre-plan which comes on the screen to us, and we plan it on before only how much cut we are going to take and where we are going to place our implant, and everything is being mentioned. What is the size of the femur, what is the balancing, and how much is the thickness is required, and what will be the size on the tibia. So everything is being provided by the robot in hand only. So this is what we call it is pre-templating. Before the surgery we used to plan. Now in real time we can plan up the things accordingly what is being required. So this is the robotic arm. This is the robotic arm which is being used just to map the knee, and we have the two pins, one on the tibia and one on the femur. So this is initially it does the analysis of the knee, and it gives us the imprint what is to be done. And then on the later stage, so there is a screen you can see, so everything is being assessed on that, and we give the inputs of to the robot that this is the position of the limb. And the most important in orthopedic is that every patient has a different anatomy of the knee, so that knee has to be analyzed. So that analysis the robot does in real time. So here once we do the analysis, so it comes that how much cut we are going to do, and how much femur resection we are going to do, how much tibia resection we are going to do. And here we are having also a it also presents that how much correction what we want to do. We can do everything on table only. So we can choose the size, we can choose the bearing height and thickness. Everything can be done on a screen, and then accordingly we can plan for the cuts. So this is how we are providing the inputs of the femur to the robot. This is all the inputs are being provided, and it is very accurately, it is being assessed by the robot for intra-op in real time, and it gives us more precision which is required in this. So this is one of my patients who was having a varus knee with flexion deformity of 5 degrees, and we did a bilateral knee of this patient, and I can show you this is the post-op X-ray after the robotic. It is well-balanced knee, proper placement of the implant, and the incision was very small, and the outcome of this patient was she was having very less pain post-surgery, and on the second day she was discharged home. So the outcomes are that it is a more accurate position and alignment of the implant is being placed in this, and also the soft tissue resection and the bone resection is very less, because we know the things what is to be how much cut we are going to do, and that is very important in doing the surgery. So conclusion is that it is always like everybody has discussed, that this has faster recovery, less painful, and a minimum invasive surgery it can be done as compared to the conventional one.
First of all, thanks to team Apollo Spectra, Ms. Rupinder Kaur, Mr. Ashfaq Sheikh and Mr. Abdul, and Mr. Kiran Shinde, who always keeps pushing me for getting anything new, whatever we want at Apollo Spectra. So I'll be just showing a small presentation on the robotic. As my friend Mr. Saifuddin has covered everything, so very little is left for me to show, but just few slides I'll show that why robotic. As we all know, if someone has to travel from here to Thane, so everyone knows the road and everything, but still the Google map has come into picture. So robotic is something like that only. So robotic is in picture because around 20% of the patients who were operated post traditional knee replacement surgery were not happy. So the unhappy patient ratio was around 20%, and to give relief to these 20% of the patient, the robotic has come into the picture. So what exactly the robot does, it makes a 3D model of the knee inside the operation theater. The inputs are given to the robot by the surgeon only. The alignment axis, which the human naked eyes can't see, which in scientific term we call it as mechanical alignment, is shown by the robot to the surgeon. Very minimal bone is cut post robotic surgery, and hence the relief, the post-op pain relief is much better, because the amount of bone which is cut in traditional surgery is much more than the amount of bone which is getting cut in the robotic surgery.
एक एक कूदे तो पहले अब आओगे मैडम खाली बस ये बैक सर सामने हो गया वेट वेट वेट
कितने ले रहे हैं आपको लेने दो ना बस करो ना
नीचे वाले को ले लो उसका हो गया यहाँ देखिए स्टेज पे लेना होने वाला है आप देख सकते हैं सर सेंटर
थोड़ा नीचे नीचे
की प्रॉब्लम जो है सेंटर रोबोटिक होने वाला है आप जब यहाँ पर आए आप बातें करते हैं तो क्या कुछ कहना चाहिए कि जिस तरह से रोबोटिक होने वाला है तो सर एक से लोग बचेंगे ऑपरेशन से बड़े बड़े ऑपरेशन से बचेंगे ये टेक्नोलॉजी की बात है
सबसे पहली बात तो बहुत एडवांसमेंट हुआ है और जैसे कि डॉक्टर आलोक ने डॉक्टर चतुर्वेदी ने कहा है कि जो एक 20% जो पेशेंट जो कभी कभी सर्जरी से ना खुश होते थे, अभी ये रोबोटिक सर्जरी जो इतना एडवांस्ड है, जो उसकी प्रॉपर मैपिंग करती है, जो पूरा एक्यूरेसी के साथ वो हेल्प करती है, असिस्टेड बाय द डॉक्टर्स, उसमें वो गुंजाइश जो है वो कम हो जाती है. Advancement is happening in every field, and so is happening in the medical field. And this is a very welcome introduction into the medical field. The robots are going to help, make surgeries a little more easy, and recovery will be faster, precision will be much better. So, इसका ये बहुत बड़ा advantage है.
सेंटर पे
सर डॉक्टर मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि यंग एज को भी ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, इसका रीज़न क्या है?
Arpaz has already told that the most important reason is that we don't exercise, we have very sedentary life, we gain weights, we use unwanted food, we are not having balanced diet. So that is the reason why we are having arthritis in early age.
So
Even we have seen arthritis getting the knee getting bad at the age of 30 to 30, even less than that.
सर जिस तरह से टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ रही है तो बहुत कम लोग होंगे, जैसे कि गांव एरिया में तो इतनी पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं होगी ना कि लोग यहाँ तक आएंगे और इस टेक्नोलॉजी को यूज़ करेंगे, वो कैसे आप उनको वहाँ तक कैसे पहुँचेंगे?
We are trying to reach out there. We are having a special plan and Spectra is that to help those people only. Because as my CEO, Mr. Upinder Kaur has already said that we have this thing, because when we go to the tertiary hospital, definitely the things are on the higher end. So we are giving everything which normal people, as you said, the people who don't afford for that.
Exactly.
We are trying to accommodate those people in our hospital.
बस मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि क्या इंस्पायर करता है ऐसे इवेंट्स पे पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए आपको?
ये डेफिनेटली एक सोशल अवेयरनेस इवेंट्स होते हैं हमारे, जो नॉर्मल जो हम इवेंट्स फिल्म पर्सनालिटीज जो अटेंड करते हैं, दे आर अ लिटिल डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दिस. These are very cause or oriented events which we as people from the society should also kind of encourage, because this is something that we need to embrace in terms of the technology and all that stuff. So Apollo Hospital has been doing such great work over a very long period of time, having some of the best doctors taking care of people, and whenever they come up with some new technology and whenever they come up with advanced methods of operating, I think it's good to bring awareness in that sense. तो इस वजह से कभी भी ऐसे opportunities मिलते हैं कि ऐसे events में अपने आप को participate करना या कोई awareness लाना, तो somebody like me is always very up to it.
So nowadays हम बच्चे जो हैं वो सोशल मीडिया पे ज़्यादा एक्टिव रहते हैं. हम बाहर के अपनी इंजरी की बात की थी, जब आप 14 साल के थे जो इंजरी हुई थी तब उस टाइम पे सब खेलते थे. आज के टाइम पे हमें कोना पकड़ के अपने सोशल मीडिया, अपने इंस्टाग्राम में सब कुछ, तो ये सारी चीज़ों पे कैसे निकले बाहर, और पेरेंट्स भी अब इस पर कुछ रिएक्ट नहीं करते.
I guess तो पेरेंट्स हैव टू प्ले अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल इन दैट. यू नो अभी बच्चे, जब तक बच्चे आपके कंट्रोल में हैं तब आप उनको एक होता है कि टाइम दैट यू अलॉट देम फॉर being on social media and all that, everything has to be, you know, बच्चे, you cannot completely deprive them. ये तो फैक्ट है कि आज बच्चों को लैपटॉप, आईपैड, फ़ोन से आप बिल्कुल दूर नहीं रख सकते. उनका सिर्फ आप टाइम मिनिमाइज कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं कि उनको आप एकदम डिप्राइव करोगे तो वो पीछे भी रह जाते हैं. बहुत सी चीज़ें आज, you know, you learn from the internet and all that stuff, and you don't want your child to be totally, you know, lagging behind, but you should minimize the time for everything. There is a small time that is allotted, जिसमें स्पोर्ट्स इम्पोर्टेंट है, रीडिंग इम्पोर्टेंट है, सोशल मीडिया पे के ऊपर भी पार्टिसिपेट करना इम्पोर्टेंट है. तो आई गेस वो सिर्फ क्या होता है कि टाइमिंग का आगे पीछे हो जाता है. लोग, चिल्ड्रन आर स्पेंडिंग फार मोर टाइम, यू नो, इन देयर रूम्स एंड देयर ऑन सोशल मीडिया एंड ऑन फोन्स देन दे आर ऑन प्लेग्राउंड्स और इन बीइंग एक्टिव इन एनी स्पोर्ट. जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि आज सबसे ज़्यादा जो बड़ी बीमारी जो है ना वो है सेडेंटरी लाइफस्टाइल. देयर इज़ नॉट अ सिंगल disease or a problem that doesn't come from sedentary lifestyle. You could be a, you know, you could be a vegan, you could be a vegetarian, you could not be drinking, you could not be smoking, but if you sit on a chair all day, you have more problems than people who are doing any of these, because they exercise and whatever. So it's being active is the first most important thing. जब भी आपको मौका मिले आपको थोड़ी सी एक्टिविटी करनी चाहिए, और वो आपको बहुत सी चीज़ों से बचाएगा. तो बच्चों को सबसे पहले वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होता है समझाना.
So, any quick fitness tip to the youth?
Like I said, first and foremost, get involved in any kind of physical activity, and along with physical activity, I think today what is really needed is improving your mental health, because we have been affected a lot by so much of you know, things around us that today every news is coming to us, good, bad, ugly and all. And सुबह उठते हैं तो हम इंस्टाग्राम ऑन करते हैं तो हमने कुछ ऐसी चीज़ देखी, न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ते हैं या टीवी देखते हैं, तो कॉन्स्टेंटली हमारा जो दिमाग है ना वो कॉन्स्टेंटली, आई वुड से नेगेटिविटी से, बट बहुत सी चीज़ें जो पहले हमको इतनी नहीं आती थी खबर सुनने के लिए, हमको बार बार भी गेटिंग kind of bombarded with that kind of scenario, and it has an impact. So how to desensitize yourself from it, how to get numb to it is also important. Let's just say that they are orthopedic surgeons, right? अभी इनके पास किस किस्म के केसेस आते हैं? इंजरी टू एन एक्सटेंट, कोई गाड़ी का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, कोई गिर गया, सीढ़ियों से गिर गया, कुछ हो गया. अब ये अगर डर जाएंगे खुद, अरे ये क्या हो गया, तो ये ऑपरेट नहीं कर पाएंगे. So they have to be in a very good state of mind. Similarly, I mean to say, with all what is happening around us, we also get affected by it. How, एक तो है कि हमको sensitive तो होना ही है दुनिया में जो हो रहा है, but at the same time how we can still keep our mind cool and not overreact to things, and how not do any kind of, you know, counteract of that. So mental health along with physical, it's a combination. तो दोनों चीज़ें, so whether it's yoga, meditation, you know, things that you know you read, learn, बहुत ज़रूरी होता है वो सब चीज़ें का. Advanced in their technology, and they keep coming up with innovative ways to treat people, and I guess that's their policy, and that's how they're going to keep going strength to strength. Okay, they're amazing.
Thank you so much.